Hello, Lancaster. It's JDG Estate Agents. I'm Josh.
And I'm Michelle.
We just thought we'd start our first Saturday morning sofa chat. I thought we'd give it a go with our nice new sofa in the window.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to work out, is it Holly and Phil from Breakfast TV?
So I'm not quite that grey yet.
Well, you know.
You've got the blonde hair.
Oh,
I've
thanks.
not got the grey hair, just quite yet. Just the messy, fluffy hair at the moment.
I think it looks great.
Thank you.
Anyway, we thought we'd have a little chat with you as to what's actually happening in the housing market at the moment. It's the month of August, actually the last working day of the month. And I personally cannot wait for September to start. Sales in Lancaster for August, if I'm honest with you, have completely and utterly bombed out. I know that's not what you want to hear, but as a city, can you believe it's actually 40% down?
Well, I can't wait for September to start for another reason, because I've been absolutely mobbed this month. We've let 23 properties, one of our biggest ever properties we've let at £1,700 a month, which was good, but it's been such a busy month. This kind of time of year, we've got all the academics starting to look properties ready for starting contracts at the university, the hospital, families moving in the summer while the kids are off school. It's been really busy, which is fantastic for business. They're definitely ready for a little bit of sleep, I think.
That is why the letters team have been whinging at me about all their telephone calls coming through. Where in sales, not to be totally doom and gloom, the whole city is 40% down. But I've been talking to my friends down the south who were whinging about the exact same thing 6 months ago, and they're now crazy busy too. And you've got to bear in mind, it's August, the weather's been a bit strange, and, well, September's next week, the kids go back at school, and I personally think it'll be business back to normal anyway.
I think so. It's all seasonal, isn't it? It depends. Every city is different depending on what you've got in the city. So from my point of view, we've got lots of big employers, but people that only have certain fixed time contracts. So they look to rent apartment to buy. So you have a massive influx of those sort of people looking to rent apartment to buy. So it just depends on the time of the year, but you've got super busy times in other parts of the year, don't you, I suppose?
Yeah, what I've been found is obviously, hi, morning, Sarah. Our sales department is based on the ground floor, where lettings is upstairs. But the amount of people coming in asking for a 3-bed home to rent, it is absolutely ridiculous.
Whenever we've had one on, we've had a couple on this month, and the viewings are ridiculous. Poor Lucy upstairs, she's getting phone call after phone call after phone call. Our diaries are full. We're booking viewings a couple of weeks in advance because they're so busy. So whilst we've always got an abundance of 2-bedroom terraces, which are fantastic for single professionals and couples,
just walking past.
then we need those family homes. They're so popular. So if you've got one, then do let us know, because it's definitely a demand for them at the moment, I think.
Definitely. And also, poor Cassie in the office, all she's saying to people is, I'm so sorry, I haven't got anything. And they stand there and look at you and like, well, when you get something, and we're like, well,
magic it out of nowhere.
Yeah, I don't know. So big appeal. If you've got a 3-bed home, or bigger, put Josh out of his misery, and please stop my shop floor sales team having to apologise to all these people desperately searching.
It's been a good month.
Well, it has, I talk about, I shouldn't whinge about the sales side because obviously we're having a fantastic year already. But can I tell you about a success story? I'm dead proud of this one. Okay. So a couple of months ago, well, 3 to be honest, a lady came to Claire just arrived for work. Come into the office. We're on Facebook Live, Claire. Okay. So a lady came to see me, a previous client, asking for help. Basically, she needed to buy a house so her mum could move in. Now, you'd have thought that'd be quite simple and straightforward, except to do so, she had to sell 3 properties. So first of all, she actually lived in a rented house. So that was
one of ours rented house, yeah.
Yes. Okay. She had a home which she'd renovated to sell, 2-bed terrace over in Skirton. We then had a 2-bed terrace that was beautiful that her partner lived in. And then we had the bungalow over in Morecambe, which mum lived in. But she had to sell all 3 in order to buy one. Now, luckily, she'd actually seen that house with us. But to add to my complications, that was a student property. And of course, students can't move out until a certain date because they've got a contract. But we managed to tie it all in. I'm not going to lie, it had its moments, it had its ups and downs, it had stresses. I think I pulled my hair out. I think John wanted to headbutt a wall one day. But last Friday, the plan came together. Scale Hall moved into, that's another house we sold the chain. They moved into the one over in Scale Hall. So Scale Hall moved to Bowman. All 3 houses complicated, but all 3 houses completed. they got the home in Bowram. Mum's happy. 5 houses, 1 day.
Definite success story.
I'll be honest, I actually did have a little cheeky drink that night just to sort of celebrate and say, yes.
That's always a bonus.
It is.
Had a little message there from Julie Collingwood saying that we sold her house, no problem. So
We did.
I'm glad we could help you.
Thank you, Julie. And your home, well, you know I loved it. We're forever hot tub buddies because obviously thanks to you and me nagging my husband, we now actually have very similar hot tubs in the same place. So, kisses to you.
And Beyond Radio says hello to Claire. She's disappeared upstairs for now, but I will pass that on for you.
Oh,
so.
And Steve Wright, Cassie's husband's joined. Steve, Cassie is sat behind the computer screen. I've got to ask, what do you think to the new office layout? We've moved the sofa downstairs, so we've got a bit more activity behind. Some man there walking down.
She'll show you the rest of the office.
Got a little screen round. So our office isn't as posh as some people's office, but you know, it's a very busy office, lots of activity. Oh, there's Cassie coming to screen.
Hi, Cassie.
Say hi. What do you think to Cassie's necklace? Anybody can tell me what band it belongs to? She hasn't taken that off since the day she got it.
Just a while ago.
And at the back, of course, all our little pin-up posters on Boots. Oh, Josh's keyboard. There's me back in screen. So I'd love to show you Boots today, but Boots is actually taking a well-deserved day off. She doesn't actually work Saturdays. Talking, Anyway, other news. I almost forgot.
I'll let you do this one. This is your baby.
Okay, so very excited. You may have heard of the British Property Awards. Well, I can actually tell you now, we are gold winners. So very soon you'll see some fancy signs going in the window. John's promised me a flag for outside the office. I've got all the newspaper adverts to change now and all the branding. There's lots to do about it, but we are so pleased.
Fantastic, very hard work, well, it's good.
One of the things I thought was really good was John actually asked them how it was scored. Because obviously when you win an award, you want to know everyone on merit, for what reason. And it turned out, first of all, they sent a series of 4 different emails. Some through jdg.co.uk, some direct from member of staff, just using an email address, and some through Rightmove. And it was actually the quality of the replies to those emails that actually got us through to round 2. Some emails were trick questions, some asked about the buy-to-let market, some were about sales. And I have to say, those emails. But then, after that, it was a series of 4 telephone calls, all scored out of 20. And I have to say, oh, morning, Graham. Okay, Graham just arrived for work. Jodie actually took 3 of those phone calls. And she actually scored 18.5, 19 and 19, which was the highest scores in the area.
So,
20. Yeah. And again, they asked questions. She scored because she said she called them back. She did so within 4 minutes. So, big well done to Jodie, because really she kind of helped us really.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, that's very good news for this month.
Oh, Beyond Radio, morning, Graham. Now, do you remember Graham is your Morecambe dancer with his little daughter, Abigail? That was so funny.
Oh, I think I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, Beyond Radio posted it, and Graham didn't know, and we had a video of Graham dancing, and it was dad dancing.
Oh, I've a good dad dance.
Yeah. Cool, Graham.
Well, I think we're just about done for today.
Yeah.
Ready for another busy day of work?
I've got 3 valuations. I'm meeting a client over in Morecambe who's struggling to sell with the estate agent. If she comes to us with the agent number 3, so fingers crossed on that one. And then heading across to Skelford. We've just had some real great success in Skelford, so hopefully I can impress them with that. And then I'm going down to Glasson Dock.
Why a little bit?
Okay. It is, but I'm finishing my day there, and I've promised Hubby that I will call via Wally's ice cream on the way home and get blackcurrant and licorice ice cream.
Oh,
Any plans for you today?
I am trying to, I'm in the middle of writing a new letting brochure, a nice new version together. So yeah, that's most of my day today. We're putting that together, hopefully ready for the weekend.
Will we have that ready for next week?
So we'll see, yeah. So yeah, that should be hopefully going to be proofed and headed to print soon.
Wait, Beyond Radio. Ooh, yes, that was awesome.
That's
Graham, that's your dancing.
Your dad dance.
Graham's actually now stood there laughing. Next week, I'm going to try and get him on camera. We could actually like sort of all squash the
I
circle
reckon
together.
get a good 4 or 5 people on it. Squeeze them up.
We're going to try that next week.
Yeah,
How many
next week's
t-shirts you can get on the sofa?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, no. Because I'm turning 30 next week.
Okay, it's your 30th.
No, so I'm off next week.
Okay,
Sorry.
the three of you now sat behind Cassie, Graham, and Jodie. Next Saturday, you're all joining me on a sofa.
Shall see.
Oh, Graham's on his head.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
Cassie's looking actually mortified. And Jodie's got to give a big smile.
Yeah.
And that's a yes.
Good,
Right,
good.
shall we go?
Right, we shall go. Oh, and it's Dave.
Dave,
Hi, Dave.
Morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so the team are now actually all arriving for work, so let's
Crack
go.
on with some work. So nice saying hello to everybody, and thanks for joining in. And we'll, well, maybe not me, but the team will see you next Saturday for another sofa chat. So
You'll be here the following Saturday?
Yes. Old.
Oh my God, I'm off next Saturday.
Oh goodness, we'll have to reply. We'll swap. We'll swap with different people every Saturday. There we go. That's the new plan for the Saturday sofa chat.
Okay, somebody next Saturday will be here.
Yes.
See you later.
Bye.